Believe in yourself even when no one else does. Have you ever felt like the whole world is against you? Like no one believes in you? No one sees your potential? Every voice around you says, you can't do it. That's when it matters the most to believe in yourself, even if no one else does, because the truth is, you don't need everyone to believe in you. You just need you. Every journey begins not with applause, not with approval, but with a decision that it happens deep inside you. Too often people wait. They wait for support, for encouragement, for someone to say, I believe in you. But the truth is, the world doesn't believe in you until you believe in yourself first. Your dreams, your vision, your fire, only you can feel them. And until you give that fire oxygen, no one else will see the flame. There will be moments when you hear no more than yes. You'll be doubted, questioned, criticized. People will compare you to others, and sometimes they'll laugh at your dreams. But if your heart is in the right place, if your intentions are strong, then your greatest strength is already inside you. The belief you carry in yourself is more powerful than the opinions of 1,000 others. True self-belief doesn't need cheering, it doesn't need a crowd, it grows in silence. It grows in resistance. It shows up when no one's watching. Think about it, every great leader, every successful person you admire, they all started with one thing, a belief in themselves, when no one else saw it. Self-belief is not arrogance, it's the quiet force that tells you, I may not have it all figured out, but I will find a way. So if you're doubting yourself today, stop. You don't need permission to start. You don't need approval to grow. You just need the courage to say, I've got this. Even when no one else says it to you. Story begins the moment you decide you are enough. Starting something new is never easy. In fact, one of the hardest parts of chasing your dreams is this. You often have to walk alone. When you decide to rise above average, when you choose to break away from what's normal, you'll notice something. It suddenly gets quiet. People who once supported you might disappear. Friends might not understand. Family might not believe. And for a while, it feels like you're the only one who sees the vision. That silence can feel loud. It can make you question yourself. You start wondering, am I crazy for believing in this? Am I really capable? But here's the truth. That silence is not your enemy, it's your training ground, because in that silence you grow. In that isolation you build your strength. When no one's clapping and no one's watching, that's when you find out who you really are. All great journeys start with a lonely step. The path to something extraordinary is rarely crowded. Why? Because most people choose comfort. Most people wait for approval, wait for a guarantee, wait for a sign. But the brave ones, they move in silence, trusting their gut when the world says nothing. So if you're feeling alone in your journey right now, good. That means you're not following the crowd. You're leading yourself towards something greater. And remember, you don't need a crowd to start. You need courage. You don't need everyone to see your dream. You just need to keep walking toward it, step by step, day by day. Don't let the silence shape you, not break you. Your moment will come, just don't quit before it does. We live in a world that often glorifies talent. People say, he's naturally gifted, or she was born to do this. But the truth is, talent alone is never enough. In fact, talent without consistency is wasted potential. You've probably seen it. People who are incredibly talented, but they don't show up. They don't put in the work. They wait for motivation, for inspiration, and while they wait, someone else, who may not be as talented, but shows up every single day, they win out because, in the end, it's not about who's the most gifted, it's about who's the most consistent. Consistency builds discipline. It builds habits, and over time it builds mastery. You don't need to be great to start, but you do need to start to become great. And then, you need to keep going, even on the boring days, even on the hard days, even when no one's noticing, and the results are slow. That's what separates those who succeed from those who only wish they could. The willingness to keep showing up, even when it's not easy. Because here's the secret. Success is not built in a day, it's built daily. It's built in the small decisions, the early mornings, the quiet nights, the workouts you don't feel like doing, the chapters you read, the reps you finish. That talent gives you a head start, but consistency keeps you in the race. So don't worry if someone else is smarter, stronger, or more experienced. If you stay consistent, you'll catch up, and you'll pass them. Consistency is your superpower. Use it. So many dreams die before they even begin. Not because people aren't capable, not because they don't have the talent, but because they're waiting for everything to be perfect. The perfect time, the perfect plan, the perfect version of themselves. But here's the hard truth. Perfection doesn't exist. It's an illusion, a clever trap that keeps you stuck in the planning phase. While life passes you by, you don't need perfect to make progress. You need courage. Courage to start with what you have. Courage to begin when you feel unready. Courage to take the first messy step. Because messy progress beats perfect procrastination every single time. Look at anyone who's achieved something great. They didn't wait until they had all the answers. They started with what they knew. They figured it out along the way. And they got better because they were willing to begin. Think about it. No first draft is perfect. No first video, first speech, first workout, or first attempt is flawless. but you can't edit a blank page. You can't improve what you never start. And the more you chase perfection, the more you fear failure. You start overthinking, you delay, you tell yourself I'm not ready yet, and soon years go by. The truth is, action creates clarity. You don't get confident by thinking, you get confident by doing. So stop waiting, stop polishing what's already good enough to begin. Your first step won't be perfect, but it will be powerful because it will get you moving. Start imperfect, start scared, but start anyway. That's where growth begins. Rejection hurts. It stings when you're told you're not good enough, not qualified, not what they're looking for. It makes you question yourself. And sometimes, it makes you want to give up altogether. But what if I told you that rejection isn't a stop sign, it's a detour to something better? You see, every time you hear no, it's easy to assume you failed. But what if that no is actually saving you from the wrong opportunity? What if it's protecting you from something that wasn't meant for your growth and pushing you towards something greater? Rejection is not the end. It's a redirection toward the path you were truly meant to walk. Don't think about it. Some of the most successful people in the world were rejected first. They were told they didn't have what it takes. They were laughed at, ignored, underestimated. But instead of giving up, they used that pain to fuel their growth. They understood that rejection isn't personal. It's part of the process. Every no teaches you something. It teaches you to be resilient. It sharpens your focus. It forces you to level up, but only if you don't let it break you. Only if you understand that every door that closes is simply guiding you toward the one that's truly yours. Rejection is life's way of asking, how badly do you really want this? So next time you're told no, don't shrink, don't stop. Stand up taller, work harder, because that rejection could be the moment that redirects your life forever. If you choose to keep going, you're not being denied. You're being redirected toward your destiny. It's easy to wait for someone to push you, to wait for motivation, for perfect timing, for the right person to believe in you. But here's the truth that most people avoid. No one is coming to save you. No one owes you success. Your life, your growth, your future is 100% your responsibility. You have two choices. You can either hand over your power to circumstances, people, and excuses, or you can take full ownership of your path no matter how hard it gets. The moment you stop blaming others, the moment you stop waiting for things to get easier, that's the moment your life starts to change. Because when you take responsibility, you take control. You start to realize that discipline is not punishment, it's power. That commitment is not pressure, it's freedom. That nobody is going to hand you your dreams, you have to fight for them. And yes, it's hard. But it's supposed to be. Success isn't for the lucky. It's for the relentless. The ones who show up even when they don't feel like it. The ones who don't need to be told what to do because they've already decided that they're all in. You don't need external motivation when you have internal purpose. You don't need validation when you've made a commitment to yourself. Stop looking around, start looking within. No one can build this life for you, but you. You already have what it takes. Now own it. Because your future is waiting, and it's waiting on you.